Hey, good morning, guys. Well, 6 a.m. here in my house. Not sure when you're watching this video, but it's a good morning for me right now. As you can see, I've received another package from Pattos, and I just wanted to open that up for you guys so you can see what's coming down the road as I get to more custom requests and order the decals, and so open them up here for you. And then if I have time, I'll show you some of the progress on the Pilot Flying J car I've been working. So, but yeah, these came in the mail yesterday, and our daughter gets the mail, and sometimes she doesn't always put it in the same place on the mailbox. So she goes out to the mailbox and brings them in. And so it was like late last night I saw the mail, and lo and behold, my decals from Pattos came in. I ordered them kind of that beginning of October. So here it is, Halloween, October 31st, Saturday, and they arrived. So about 3 weeks. So it's slowly but surely coming back to normal with regard to shipping times for decals. So that's good to see. Good to see. Love to see the world open back up and try to get back to a little bit more normal operating activities. So yeah, let's see what we got here. It's not, yeah, no snapping or anything like that, so they're not stuck together. All right. So as you know, Clint Boyer is no longer going to be driving. And I had a request for a Jack Daniels car. So I'm going to make, this is his 2007 Jack Daniels, let me close this, decals. So he won, I think, his first race. I can't remember if it was 2007 or 2008. Clint hasn't won too many races, but he's won a few, and he did win one in the Jack Daniels cars. So this will be a COT 07 Jack Daniels. So yeah, Chevy, looking forward to making this one. This one is $8 on Pattos' website, and as you can see, you get three. You get the 1, 2, 3, and there's no background, so I'm just going to paint the COT car black and apply the decals. So yeah, that one should be pretty easy to make, I think. Although these little, you see these little pieces, very small little design for the Jack Daniels. I'll have to be real careful to cut those out because they're white, and just as you can see on the camera, it's hard to see. When you're cutting them out, it's hard to see too, and you don't want to, you want to give a little bit of space when you're cutting around them, but obviously you don't want to cut into the decal. So yeah, that should be good. Should be fun. I have a and I said I had a request for a Jack Daniels car, and it was I may have said this in my video, but a month or so ago we had our roof replaced with new shingles and all that, and the guy who did the roof, we were talking, and I was telling him about my hobby, and he's like, "Wow, I love custom stuff," and so he asked for a Jack Daniels car. So I'm going to make him one of these, and yeah, should be kind of cool. It's always nice to make new friends and meet new people, and sometimes when they find out about my hobby, they're like, "Wow, that's really cool." So yeah, I'd like to make one of those for him. Next we have Kyle Busch Sports Clips Haircuts, number 18. So, Mr. Fossil, you requested this special car. This is his 2020 car. You know, Kyle runs so many different paint schemes. I mean, it's really crazy to see all the paint schemes he runs. It's almost like every week he's got a new paint scheme. And when you have 36 races, and just about every week you're running a different paint scheme, it's just crazy. I mean, M&M's has a whole lot of different, flavors and products and stuff. So, anyways, this is his Sport Clips Haircuts car that Lionel decided, I guess, not to make. So it'll be a white background that I had removed, and paint the car white and apply the decals over top of it. It should be pretty straightforward. It doesn't look like it's going to be too difficult. Putting these decals on is always a little interesting around the roof lines. But yeah, 2020 Kyle Busch. I got a couple of those, I think. Kyle Busch cars here. Yeah. So here's the Kyle Busch 2020 Pedigree, and this will be yellow. It'll be an interesting yellow. I'll have to look at that closely because I've said this before. There's a lot of different shades of yellow, and I want to get the right shade, of course. So pretty easy decision to have the yellow removed. So it should be pretty fun to put this on. I mean, you can see the quality of the decal there. I can get a little bit closer maybe. I don't know if that can zoom in on that dog there, but it's really, really nice. It's a nice picture that was put on there, and then, of course, printed onto the decal paper. That's one thing. I mean, you can get the designs, on the computer. You can get the images, but the ability to have a super high quality printer is hard to come by. I mean, that's why I don't really like to print my own decals, because they don't really come out very well. Because I just don't have access to the high quality printers that the decal producers do, like Pattos. Okay, so here, this is interesting. This is a 22 Logano, and I can tell you right now, this is not what I ordered. I did not order a 22 Logano car. I'm kind of trying to figure out what the heck this is. This looks like is this a Logano throwback? I didn't order that, so I'm not sure what the heck that is. Okay. That's funny. Alright, so on to the next one. Here is a Matt Kenseth 2020. Ronald McDonald House Charities. I'm trying to think where he drove this. Oh, yeah, he drove this at Richmond. And so it was a pretty simple decision to have the red removed. Yeah, I made a couple of his McDonald's cars already. So it's not too difficult to place this across the front. And doing all these decals on the side, they seem to line up pretty well with the die-cast body. So yeah, that should be fairly straightforward. I always like to look also at his the signature to see if the signature came out well when you have the background removed. And it looks like this yellow signature did come out pretty well. It's pretty prominent, so I'll be able to cut that out and put that on, and you'll actually be able to read that. Sometimes it doesn't, but it looks like it came out pretty well here. So yeah. Always enjoy getting Matt Kenseth paint schemes. Even though he's had a rough year, always enjoy getting those paint schemes. I'm going to save that one for last. So this is the third Kyle Busch car that I ordered. So this is his white M&M's car that says, "Thank you, heroes." So another 2020 car. Yeah, I'm trying to look. I'm pausing here because I'm trying to read what it says for his name. I don't know what that says. Wish I could read that. Normally, you know, his driver's signature says Rowdy, but it's got something different there this time. I don't know what that is. I see his R. I don't know if you guys know what was on his car. Maybe it's somebody's name as a hero. I don't know. I mean, it's you can see he's got nurses. Maybe this is like a construction worker. Not really sure what that is, but anyways, yeah, another 2020 Kyle Busch car. And I did see that. Looks like Lionel's going to try to sell that zombie Skittle car that he won at Texas just a couple days ago. So I still may buy the decal set when it comes available, and make it as do some special paint schemes with it, maybe like a silver or something like that. But anyways, this was also a special request. This was a 2014 Eric McClure Hefty, and I had the orange removed, so most of the car is orange, and then you have this white hood, this white face around the headlights, and then underneath here is orange. But it's a complicated paint scheme. I think I've made this before or something very close to it, with the white Hefty Ultimate on the front. It is very hard to get this white piece to wrap around nicely around the front where the headlights are, just because it's a curved surface, and to try to get all the little creases and lines removed from it. So that'll be a challenge. That'll be a challenge for sure. And I can see, and this is one thing I hate. You can see, I like to separate these decals out so I can place them over top after I put the main decals on, but it looks like it's touching it right across here. Looks like it's touching this white decal ever so slightly. So I'm still going to cut along here, but I hate that because it's just, I don't know, it's just like a little corner there that's touching. But I like it when these little decals are separated. That way I'm not, you're just not having to piece things in, and the background is a little bit easier to work with. So everything else should be pretty straightforward. If I recall, on some of these Xfinity cars, the decal set kind of comes up a little short on this back end, and there's a little bit of a gap here. So if I have some dark blue paint, which I do, I'll just need to kind of pre-paint it back here, and then that way you don't have, between this and this, you don't have a gap of orange, because the whole car is going to be painted orange. So I'll have to do a little blue there probably. But yeah, Eric McClure, obviously a very rare driver. Somebody, there's a few people that have asked for his cars over the years, and yeah, so I'll be making those. So it does look like Pattos messed up on one of my decal requests. I had a request for, and this is I think Sedaris. If you watch my videos, you asked for a Jeb Burton throwback, a 2015 Jeb Burton throwback, and I think what happened was Pattos selected a Joey Logano throwback instead. So I got to talk to Pattos, and usually what I do when he makes a mistake, and it's not all the time, maybe once a year, there'll be a mistake. I'll ask for something. He sent me something else. But what I'll do is, when I place my next order, which I'll be placing an order here, I think, what's today? Today's Saturday. I'll probably place an order on Monday or Tuesday for my next set. I'll just tell him, I said, hey, Pato, I ordered this. You sent me that. Go ahead and add that to this order. And, of course, there will be no charge. So basically what happens is I get a free set of decals, and he sends me the sheet that he didn't send me the first time in the batch that I asked for next time. And so anyways, that's how we operate when a mistake has been made. And so I end up with a free set of decals. I'll have to look and see if Joey Logano's, I don't know if this is 2015 or what. It looks like 2015 or thereabouts. If Lionel made this car, if Lionel did make this car, then what I may do is, I'll do like a special background color, right? So I could do gold, I could do silver, I could do a black metallic. I'm looking at this Shell Pennzoil. I could do red. I don't know what color he removed. Maybe it was red. I'm looking at some of the little pieces of color in between some of these lettering, so maybe it was red that was removed. But I could do all sorts of different background colors. Black is one that I'm thinking right now. But yeah, so we'll see. I mean, it's not what I ordered, but Patto always makes it right. And obviously it doesn't cost me any money. So I get a free set of decals when he makes a mistake. So, but that's what's coming. And so yeah, definitely looking forward to making those. It's always exciting to get his decals, and yeah. So okay, I am going to make another one of these Pilot Flying J. I went ahead and put the strips of red. If you remember from the video I posted yesterday, I put the strips of red in here to cover that up. So that looks good. On this side too. Put some strips in there. So when I put a couple coats of sealer on this, I was looking, the roof lines are black. So I'll kind of paint the roof lines. I got to be careful around the lettering here. So you have pilotflyingj.com across here, and so you can see the P is right on top of the roof lines. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good. I'm trying to think if I've ever come across this before. But do I paint the roof lines black and go over top of this P, or do I, like, maybe what I'll do is I'll paint black just down to here, and I'll paint black. I could stop here, or I could go down. I don't know. I'm trying to again to make the car look like what was driven on the racetrack. But when you run into a situation like this, I don't like to paint over top of the, of the main sponsor and the decal. I mean, it would look really dumb if I painted over top of that. So what I'm thinking is to paint down to it. I mean, one option could be that I don't paint it at all and I just leave it like this. I mean, that is an option. I'll have to think about that. But I'm kind of leaning right now to painting down to the P. So looks like I got a little bit of space in there. Okay. So I kind of cut this here, this back window piece. This is the last piece I've got to put on this car. And I painted a little bit more black here because it looks like I may have a little bit of space there. And if I want that to wrap around, I'm going to pull this over more. Should have already opened this microsole. And this will come over. So I want to pull it over just a little bit more because I want to cover this little black area. So let's see if I can do that without too much trouble. Well, there you go. Just pull it right off. Okay. Alright, I kind of like that. Yeah, I don't know, this thing here is so high. It just, I don't know. I don't like it. I mean, the pilot, I mean, obviously as you do this, you can read it, but I don't know. Not real excited about how this is turning out. I definitely want to get this down here. Like so. To kind of cover up that black. Yeah. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. All right, let that dry. And we'll start putting some coats of sealer on that. All right, I got a few minutes left on the video, so I'll go ahead and get some of this on here. Got our men's prayer breakfast here this morning, and let's see, it's almost 6:30 now. Get ready to go to that. Starts at 7:30. I don't know. I don't know if you guys are, go to church or have a group of men at your church that get together to fellowship, get together and talk, and share scripture with one another, pray for one another. I have to tell you, it's one of the highlights of my week. Is our men's prayer breakfast. It's just great to be around other men and to share. Sometimes it's emotional time, and these are guys, typically older guys that have been through life and had a lot of like anybody at that age, have had a lot of ups and downs, and they're open to sharing their experiences as well as God's faithfulness to them over the years. And it's great, just great to hear their stories of faith and their stories of God's loyalty and faithfulness to them, and that He's one that they have trusted and not been forsaken. And so our men's prayer breakfast at 7:30 on Saturdays is one of the things that I really look forward to, and I hate to miss it if I'm doing something else, or I've got something else going on. So I don't know. I would highly encourage any young man, any man, to join themselves with a group of guys in that type of setting. Men tend to grow in the presence of other men, and when there's no women around, for whatever reason, we, our natural intent, our natural tendencies when women are around are to, kind of, I don't say goof around, but are to try to impress them, and maybe act in a way that we aren't, really who we really are. And when it's just men, that's all stripped away, and it's who we really are that shows up. And it's an opportunity for growth, for maturity to take place. And it's not just men that are our peers, but it's men that are older, where we can learn from and obviously, respect, and listen to. So, yeah, I love to go there, and I love to listen to what they have to say, and, see what their values and priorities are, and that kind of thing. But anyways, that's going to happen here in the next few minutes. So got that going. Got these going on. Yep. Hope you guys have a great day. Appreciate you watching my videos. Appreciate all those people that are subscribed and watching these videos and making cars. So have a great day. God bless you, and we'll talk to you soon.